Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails the Third. As you can see, probably in the party, we rolled back Richard into the group, cause guess which memory we're gonna do today. It's gonna be door number 12, and I think that one is Richard's. I also checked up on the arena and the 5th door, some 5th door, of course with the comments. And we need a fortune quartz to open up. I just can add this. Moon door 5, we need an interpretation of happiness, and basically we need a fortune quartz to open it, and we don't have that yet. I also checked the stores, we can't make that. So one, we'll get that opportunity once we get to plane number 7. Or it has to be a reward in one of the doors we still have remaining. And since we are gonna do all the memories we can, I'm crossing my fingers it will be in one of those, so we can do it before heading over to plane number 7, so we can have it done. And I will get the advice to not do the arena until I've done moon door number 5. Seeing as there is a small spoiler there if you do so. So I'm taking that to heart. And we're going to see if we can get that quartz before heading over to the arena. And I think the fortune quartz we probably also need for sun door number 5. That's why I mixed up the two a little bit. Because we need all level 5 quartz. And I think the fortune is also part of that. So they're all connected. Just like star number 14. Where you have to have had all the doors before you're allowed in here. So let's start with today's door, which is gonna be star door number 12. And of course, if we cannot move any more further ahead, we'll just continue on to plane number 7, where we get probably the last upgrade to our stores, including which quartz we can make. I'm still hoping on the master death glow one. I think it's called the killer quartz, isn't it? I think Ren has it. Bring to me the repenting patriot, only then shall the door open. An individual trial. I should have expected as much. I also grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Not a fight? Huh. I thought since it was so specific to Richard and he is extremely strong, I really thought we had to do like a trial before we saw the memory. Well, I'll take it. Ah, that's where the RNA research is. Oh, I think that's the old house from the current mayor, isn't it? So since he moved out to the majoral building, this came up free, and then Richard took over to establish his base in. Perfect. Oh my, look at all of this. I hope it will prove useful. Look at that. Very fancy dress by Richard. I see. You've sure found out a lot. With this many potential sales routes, I've got nothing to fear. I'll be able to make my move into the Erebonian capital as soon as I'm ready with this kind of information. You asked us to investigate the current situation with regards to ornament sales in Erebonia. So I centered my investigation around stores in the region itself. Oh, and you did a fantastic job too. Still, the problem of transport remains. After all, old Borden's got his grubby hands all over the international liners already. It is true that Borden family has preferential access to 40% of the load capacity of international airliners leaving Liberl for Erebonia. However, they are no longer the only available option. There are now private carriers as well. Here are some supplementary materials regarding that issue. Oh my, you certainly came prepared, didn't you? Well, this request ended up taking a little longer than originally anticipated. Consider this a little extra on us in exchange. I like those who think 2 steps ahead. You sure you don't want to come and work for me? I'd pay you handsomely. I'm certainly flattered you think highly enough of my skills to offer. I'm not sure I have what it takes to be successful in the cutthroat world of business though. I'm a rather timid man, you see? Oh, come now, you can't fool me. Oh well, do keep my offer in mind if you would. Please, allow us to escort you out. Oh, since I have you here? Maybe I should give you one more thing to look into. I've already had Simon get started, but I'm not sure he's up to the task. I'd be happy to help if I can. Will this be another request to research a foreign market? Oh, it certainly will. Oh, look what you got over there. Perfect. This place right here. Ord State? That's an unusual choice. It's quite a small place. Oh, they just make it easier to seize a majority into the market. Small as it is, it's not like it isn't accessible by airliner, and what market there may be there is all but free for taking right now. Ah, so you want us to research the potential size of the market there, in other words. Shall we focus entirely on the orphan market, or broaden the scope of our investigation and look into the market in general? The market in general. Do you think you can do it? Oh, with ease. I'll get in touch with one of our staff members stationed near the state right away and begin weighing options. Oh, that's what I wanted to hear. I'll be back here next week. Anyway, we can discuss the details then. Ta-da! Until then, take care. Ord is quite far inland. Weren't the rains brought us in the general area of the continent? Yes, they are. I'll get in contact with them later. Thank you. She's not a merchant of Bose for nothing, is she? She's always coming in with such interesting and ambitious requests. Oh, she's not half as ambitious as you are. I think you may be overestimating me in a little there. Well, can you show our next visitor in? Oh, certainly. Yeah, Richard is having a very successful business. Because it's basically the same thing as the intelligence division, only now instead of military information, it's more general related, like market, people, that kind of stuff. Oh, hello there, Alan. Sorry for dropping in on you again. I just want to get your input on another little something regarding the city's finances. Oh, that won't be a bother at all. Please, take a seat. So, what exactly can I help with you today? Yeah, business really is booming. But I think that's the same thing in real life as well. Information is money. Information is power. And having a research and analytics research? No, dear. What is it? Richard and the canon is with a K. What does the RNA stand for? At first, I really automatically went with research and analysis. Did they mention it at one point? I do not know. Oh well. Regardless, I do think this is the perfect business for Richard to be into, especially seeing that he cannot be in the army at the moment. Well, he doesn't want to be. So being in an intelligence derived business fits him perfectly. All seems to be going rather well with this business now, don't you think? Indeed. Although I admit it's taken me time to adjust my day being so peaceful. I do miss having a sense of tension in my life. That's something you'll just have to live with, I'm afraid. We're civilians now, not soldiers. That's true enough. In any case, it's an honor to be able to live and work with you in the city where you were born, Your Excellency. Come on. I really would prefer if you address me as Sir now. My apologies, sir. There's no need to apologize. Well, I think we should probably go inside. I'm not sure I like the look of the sky. It couldn't be. A letter from the army? A simple request for him to come back? Again? Sir? Is something the matter? Oh, it's nothing of much importance. I just noticed that we seem to have mistakenly received another letter intended for the mayor. It is understandable that it keeps happening given that this building was previously his, but it's a tad troublesome nonetheless. I suppose I better go and deliver it to him. It could be something important. In the rain? Really? Now, sir? Couldn't it wait? It seems like it's going to start raining any minute now. It's not too far. Even if it does start raining, I won't be exposed to it for long. Can I ask you to handle the regular reports in the meantime? Oh yes, of course. There's no mistaking it. Uh-oh. He's gonna get wet. Definitely. That letter was sealed in a special way we used in the intelligence division. The letter itself is a meaningless decoy. The real message is concealed in how the envelope itself is sealed. It means, come to the landing port. Someone from the intelligence division is calling me in hopes of speaking to me. Most likely because they bear a deep-seated resentment towards me and what I did to them. And now I have a duty to go and see them. After all, I was their commander. I was the one who pushed their lives off the rails and ruined their future. I've been waiting for you. Ah, so it was you, Sender. Indeed, it's good to see you again, Colonel. I am pleased to see you're still well. I am not a colonel anymore, Sender. Though I feel as though saying as much has become a hobby. No one around me seems willingly to correct themselves. Oh, I'm aware, but today I intend to address you as Colonel nonetheless. I called you here because I have something that I need to ask you. I hope you can forgive me for forcing you to come out here with this weather so poor. If I can answer your question, I will. Don't feel as if you need to hold back on my account. If you can't accept something in the answer I give you, by all means say so. Then I'll go straight to the point. When did you leave the army behind, Colonel? What happened to your love for your country? I see. At least you returned to the army. I was relieved to see that, in truth. You were always an exceptionally capable soldier, even back in the military academy. If you hadn't had the misfortune of meeting me, if you hadn't had the misfortune of being caught up in my foolishness, you would probably be a field officer by now. I'm truly sorry about what I did to you. Oh, please don't get me wrong, Colonel. I don't in any way blame you or harbor resentment for what you did. You thought about what was best for this country more than anyone else I know. Your patriotism was genuine and heartfelt, even if you did go by it the wrong way. I don't regret following you at all. I'm honored that I could. It's certainly true that doing so has become a significant obstacle in my chances of promotion, but I couldn't care less about that. As long as I can continue to serve in the military, to serve the country I love with all my heart, I'm happy. Know that I harbor no ill feelings toward you regardless of the past. But what are you doing now? You used to worry for this country's future more than any of us. You cared for it more than any other. Yet, instead of picking yourself up and trying to work for your nation again, you left the army behind. And now you're running some sort of company with the rich? Just what happened to your patriotism? I beg you, return to the military. You're a capable man. Those skills of yours will be a valuable asset to the force, and this is where you should be using them. I am sorry, Sender. I cannot ever return to the army again. Why? Why, Colonel? You've repented more than enough for your actions. Both General Morgan and Brigadier General Bright actively desire your return. I and all the other soldiers in my position will be overjoyed to have you in our ranks again. So why do you look at me like that sad expression and tell me that it's not possible? Why would you apologize to me? Oh, make no mistake, Sender. I haven't abandoned my love for my country. It burns as brightly in my heart as it ever did. But what I did was... What I did was truly terrible. I organized a coup d'etat, destabilizing this nation and disrupting the lives of countless of people. Thanks to the help of all those around me, I was able to realize what a foolish mistake I made. And yet in my heart, I feel exactly the same way I always did. I'm not sure what you mean. In spite of all that happened, my love for my country is unchanged. I still feel the blind desire to do anything I can to aid Liberl, no matter how reckless or dangerous it may be. I'm the same man I was when I plotted that coup d'etat. Not a thing has changed. That thought, Sender, it terrifies me. Then, you didn't leave the military because you had lost your love for your country? You're saying you left it because you're still in love with your country? Forgive me, I have no right to be making excuses to you and trying to justify myself. Not after I dragged all of you down with me and ruined your lives forever. I truly am sorry for what I did to you and all the other members of the division. Please, don't misunderstand. I didn't leave the army in an attempt to run from my own weakness. Nor did I leave it because I was ashamed of the treatment I received for my actions. At what happened, I thought long and hard about what I should have done instead of what I did, trying to work out where I've gone wrong. As I did that, I noticed something vitally important that I had failed to realize until that point. After setting up the Intelligence Division, I began gathering information and using it to protect Liberl. Yet, thinking about it now, I didn't know the first thing about the nature of information at the time. Information isn't something that exists alone. It only exists when people use it and see it as something of worth. Furthermore, the value of that information can change radically depending on the position and perspective of those who look at it. I can't help but wonder if overlooking this simple fact was what caused my patriotism to start to become more of a force for harm than good. Somewhere along the line, I started to believe that only information I saw as valuable was of any importance. And as a result, I ended up wanting power in order to compensate for the weakness of my own heart. Thinking back, I think what was really needed was a different perspective through which to view information. One separate from the military. One that doesn't see a country or people ways of life as a system, or as a number of absolutes. I needed to be collecting information that was disadvantageous to Liberl too, rather than cast it all aside. I needed to view us and the surrounding nations in a variety of lights, while collecting a wide variety of information from a freer perspective. So, you believe the company you are running now is capable of doing that? Yes I do. I can't say for sure that it will allow me to avoid repeating my past mistakes. Perhaps there was something more important that I should have been doing before giving thought to any of this to begin with. But in the end, I came to the conclusion that Liberl needs a fresh perspective, and I then resolved to leave the army. If it means to gather intel, it can make another intelligence division. That is for Brigadier General Bright to worry about, not me. Still, the civilian population has no such group or organization. It never had one. I doubt anyone in the civilian world has ever thought to create one in order to gather and accurately analyze information either. That's why I, the civilian like every other, choose to establish RNA research, believing that I am the right person to be the first to do so. You truly don't have any intention of returning to the army, do you? If I said there wasn't a part of me that longed to return to my days as active service, I would be lying. But I'm hoping that through this, I will be able to become another eye by which to support this nation. And I see my current occupation as a new way to show my love for my country. I wonder if that makes any sense. You're a coward. No doubt every word you're saying is objectively correct. That's how you've always been. There's never been room for rebuttal in your arguments. But Colonel, you're also no longer the man you swore to forge this kingdom's future with his own two hands. Goodbye, Colonel. We will never meet again. Is he really a coward? For admitting that what he was doing was not the right thing? For trying to do it in a different way, a better way? Taking himself out of the equation of that information? Does that make him a coward, or does that make him brave? For picking something that's not popular, to go in the way that others won't? At least that's my belief. I don't think Richard is a coward. That's not true. That's not true at all, Sender. I've chosen the path I now walk believing it to be right, certainly. But even I don't know for sure if what I'm doing is correct. Even now, I'm terrified of the possibility that I might be making the wrong choice. I worry that the road I walk might be making of yet another grave mistake. I just don't have the same power that Brigadier General Bright does. I really am hopeless. Sir? You didn't have to come out in the rain. We should return to the office. We'll catch a cold staying out here much longer. Kanan, I'm sure he's just having trouble coming to terms with his new life too. He just can't forget the fervent enthusiasm of the intelligence division, as if he doesn't feel like he belongs in the world that's come after it. The day will eventually come when he will be able to understand what you said. That's exactly what happened to me, you know. True enough, I suppose. You're right. Shall we be going then, Kanan? Yes, sir. I wasn't expecting to end up quite this soaked. Are you alright? Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. This actually brings back fond memories of the survival training I underwent back at the academy. I do think you should go and get changed into some dry clothes though, sir. A little rain never hurt anyone. I don't believe this was half bad on my own survival training, you know? Even then. An encrypted call? Dylans did mention that he had some information of interest in his report earlier. Perhaps this relates to that. Sounds possible. which would mean that something has happened over in the Republic. Yes, it's me. Can you please stop calling me that? Yes, that's right. Yes. In the Eastern Quarter? We don't have anyone there yet thinking about it. Alright, I'll look into it as best as I can. Right, you be careful too. Has something happened? Another Jaeger Corps has entered the Eastern Quarter. A sizable one too. The Red Constellation. Really? There seems to be rather a lot of activity on the Jaeger front of late. Their arrival makes it very likely that the power struggle there will begin to worsen too. I doubt the old Intelligent Division network is going to be sufficient to fully stay on top of the situation. I think I might have to head there personally. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if he finds some intelligence that might be useful to Liberl for the army, he will definitely let them know. I just know it. I still have doubts about what I'm doing. Nothing about my love for my country has changed. Nothing at all. So, is it even possible for me to find and walk the right path this time? Is it truly possible for any mortal to forge the correct path through life? I don't know. But all I can do is try to follow the path I believe to be right in hope that I'm not mistaken. Believing in those who have supported me and work to right my wrongs. Sir? Is something wrong, sir? Oh, you're here, Kanon. I did tell you that you didn't need to come and see me off, you know? You did, but I'm afraid that simply won't do. Seeing off their superiors is a duty of a subordinate. Yeah, and trust me, I feel Kanon is a bit more than a subordinate to Richard. I think she definitely likes him more than being a subordinate, if you know what I mean. I just don't know if Richard will ever see her like that too. Because I know he sees her as an amazing support pillar for him. But will it ever become more than that? I don't know. I certainly hope so for the two of them, but I don't know. Perhaps in the military, but that is no longer the world we live in. There's no need to act like the soldier anymore. Oh, and one more thing. Please do take good care of things in the office when I'm gone. I think the odds of any large request you'll struggle to handle without me coming in are fairly low at least, but... Oh, leave everything to me, sir. I'll be sure to handle every request that comes in with care and kindness. I'm well aware you always look forward to taking on small requests too, so they will be giving the same high standard of service as any other. You know me too well. And there it is, the trip that would potentially send them away to the Lord of Phantasma. Zeke? What on earth is Julius Bird doing here? Oh, don't you just sit on His Excellency's arm as if it was your own personal property? Jealous of a bird, Kanon? Please, Kanon, there's no need to glare at him like that. Also, please stop calling me Your Excellency. Richard then noticed that there was a little note attached to Zeke's leg. What's this? It's addressed to me. Richard took the memo from Zeke's leg. This looks like a letter from HQ? As in military HQ? Why is the Royal Guard carrier Falcon bringing a message to you? Who knows? His writer's a real slave driver though. Thank you for delivering this, Zeke. Let him know that I accepted this request. Sir? What's that? See for yourself. Best of luck with your little trip. We'd like to know what the Red Constellation is up to too, so we'd appreciate you looking into it for us on the side. Honestly, I hope you don't think this information is going to come cheap, Brigadier General. Yeah, but I think this also shows that the intelligence division of the army at this moment is nothing to sneeze at as well, because they knew that all along as well. So how encrypted was that line? Side story, I accept your request, finished. Go for it. And 10,000 Mira. Alright, nice little side story, no trial, no combat. I can accept that. So we saw a little bit more of the business that Richard now has in Ruin. A little Richard development, information gathering, analysis and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think the perfect job for Richard when he's not in the army. Something can really dig his claws in. And I'm really hoping that in this capacity, maybe we'll meet him in other games as well, as gathering information all over the continent. Because I'm pretty sure that other games will play on different parts of the continent as well. So all the characters that are traveling, that are not fixed in Liberl, has a chance of us meeting them. And I find that amazing. You know, the potential of seeing them there as well. Seeing how they fare, how they've developed, what they're doing right now. Yeah, that puts a little bit of a smile on my face, that potential coming there. But yeah, and of course, as always, this episode was like half hour long, and it's the time, as most episodes, when you're checking the star doors. So we still have one more left, the 400 battle one, and after that, I think we should be able to continue with the story if we do not get a fortune quartz in that regard. So basically, next episode is gonna be Star 13, the 400th battle memory session, and after that, we'll continue on to the 7th plane, unless we get a fortune quartz in some way, which or form, which we can use to open up Moon number 5. And if of course we get that, we will go to Moon door number 5 before continuing on to the 7th plane. Because like I always said, when we get to another level, another plane, I want to have every memory sorted out before we get there, so we can have all the advantage from those as we have. And I already talked to people in the comments that when I'm gonna do a second playthrough on my stream, I will probably have done the memories a little bit sooner, so we can benefit from the rewards we're getting for it, because there's a few things here probably that would have helped us a bit during all those tough fights we had in between the start of the 6th plane and the end of the 6th plane. But yeah, those are things you learn as you are playing the first try, blind. Things how to better order them when you're playing them. But yeah, that's for something we gotta keep in mind for the future. But until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. And we see what the 400th battle memory door is gonna be. Bye bye.